But then again, not all places are In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Or Chick-fil-A. And I've never even been to Chick-fil-A yet. I've had it. I've just never been.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I've had Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, sit on that one, Dalton.
but speak. Yeah, so fans.
Talk about fans.
Yeah.
How many do we have? I think one, maybe two. Oh, you're talking about
how many should a household have or need?
That's the ones you can arrange.
Like, so before I got that AC thing, I had like 3 fans going in my room, or 2. I would always have 2 fans going, and then if it got really, really bad, I'd bring the industrial fan upstairs, put in the hallway, get that blowing, open up the windows. I mean, it's loud as fuck, but I'm like, I just don't care. Like, I just need airflow in here. I can't be sitting in the heat. But life changed with the first heat wave of the year, and that was miserable. Like, I was thinking, it ain't that bad, man. I got wood floors, let all the air out, it's fine. Let all the air out in the morning, keep the doors cool. But then, like, yeah, it's fine until you actually have to go upstairs and go to bed. And like, oh wait, yeah. Oh, I didn't forget it, but I did just remember it. Heat rises. It is all upstairs, and my doors were closed all day. So now all this heat's just been building up. Now I gotta air out there, and then even when you do, it's still fucking hot. I couldn't sleep. I was miserable. I was sweating all over the place. Me and the lady slept downstairs. Tried to sleep. Terrible. Bought an AC, portable AC unit. Changed my life.
Why don't you just buy like an actual AC, not like a AC for the whole house, but
no, mine connects
AC,
outside.
Or did you buy
mine
like a tower?
No, I bought the tower. I mean, no, it has a hose that's going outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs that. Yeah, because I was thinking about it, because you can get I'm just not a believer in like some of these tower fans, regardless of how much air is pushing out. I'm like, at the end of the day, it's not going to make me cold, so I need an AC unit. Because I was thinking like I could drop like $300 or $400 on one of these, get a dehumidifier or something. But it's like, dude, yeah. But I got a fucking deal anyway. My friend hooked me up at Lowe's, so it's like, what am I gonna do? Not take this deal. So, but I do put on a dehumidifier.
Manny, can you bring your mic closer?
Yeah, I can bring it.
You're a little quiet.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's can you hear me better? Yeah. It's just AC changed life. I was always against it, but man, when you need to sleep, it just comes into play.
Why were you against it?
Because I don't want to spend the money, because it's like I'm gonna drop like $400 to use something for like 2 days, and then I'm not gonna use it normally. Because I like have my windows open. I like having the like breeze come through my house. But because I have the portable AC and I don't have a screen on one of my windows, I can't open my windows anymore. So there's a con there, but I will gladly submit.
Technicality, it still is a breeze.
It's a fixed breeze, but the thing is, I don't want my when I had my shitty green carpet that my cats pissed all over, it left it was a bad smell in the house, and I got used to it. And then when I got my furniture, my cheap furniture, my dad was there. He's like, dude, Brandon, well, what the fuck? It's embarrassing. It smells like shit. Blah blah. And like from when my dad told me that, my friends will kind of tell me it or whatever. Yeah. Or they'll just give me shit about my carpet. But no one's gonna be like, Brandon, it smells like fuck all. Oh, dude. And so after that, I was all about airflow. I'm like, dude, I need to open up the windows, everything. I just want airflow. That's the only downside to it. But also, it'd probably be nice if I had screens on all my windows in my house.
That too.
Yeah, that makes a difference. But what's your guys and fans and heat?
I need it cold all the time.
Dude, I can't.
Like 65 degrees at least.
I'd love that.
It's not, but I needed that. The middle of the night, ours will get down to like, or at least our AC says like 65, 64.
What's the lowest it can go?
It can go to like 60, but
Mine only
it
goes
never
like
gets that low.
61.
Yeah,
I
maybe
think
it's
61 is
61,
like the
I don't know.
lowest. I think my coworker is like, yeah, mine get down like 59. I'm like, okay. He's like, dude, his is cold all the time too. Like, it's not bad, but when I walk out of my room, because I leave my door cracked for my cats to walk in and out. When I walk out, I'm like, holy fuck, there's like a 25-degree difference here. This is insane. And I walk back into my cold room and get under my blankets. I was like, what am I doing? But I turned the fan on. And the AC's got the fan mode, like all of them. So I turned the fan on, and then I'm just like, what am I doing here? I've literally got this on, I got this on. Why don't I just turn one of them off and just use one? Because it's just recirculating all the cold air now. But it does change life. Bert, what about you?
So I have an AC unit in the living room, but my room where I'm in right now gets really warm, right? Because I don't have anything in here. So I have a fan. I had like a tower, and I run that and it'd be okay. But then I literally ran out all the time, like just all the time. It was like never off because it wasn't like, to Rank's point, it wasn't cold air. It was just like a flow of air. But especially at night, it was needed, right? I have still the windows open, but it's just whatever. And so I had this thing literally running all the time, like just all the time. Like I never had it off, and I just had and it was used, so I got it for free. And so in my head, I was like, I wonder how long this thing's gonna last. And literally, it was probably a couple weeks ago. I was like going to sleep. Because having a fan on is just also great for like white noise to like help me go to sleep.
I love fan noise. Love it.
So I'm like sleeping, and it's just like wake up in the middle of the night to this like death throes of the fan. Just like it wasn't even like the fan was like going, it was like the motor was just like and I was just like, and I just like woke up and I was like, you start screaming because there's like this noise. Run there, I turned the fan off. And I was like, well, that one lasted. But then I got another one for free. So I have this one going. We'll see. So surprisingly, though, the thing that has been the most helpful is this little teeny tiny mini fan that I have right here at my desk. I have also got for free. So at this point, I've been burning through free fans. So I'm at the point now where, especially after you guys talking about a portable AC unit, I might want to think about getting one in for here.
Do you have a window? Like, do you have a sliding door in your room, or do you just have like a window seal? Because I'm going to say, if you could do the window seal, do that. It's cheaper.
Yeah, I have the window to my left, and it's like it's pretty much, yeah, it's the full length of like the wall. So it'd be hard to figure out where to put it in. The one on the outside is the one that's like into the wall, you know?
Yeah, that's the only downside. Like, I just can't open my sliding door anymore.
Yeah.
Because once you put it up, it's like, I mean, I technically could, but I don't want to. I didn't actually buy a kit, like a sliding door kit that my friends got that goes up like the extra, I don't know, like 18 inches. I just used the window one. Like, all right, this goes like 5 feet. All right, that's like however many inches at this point, 48. No, more than that, 60. And then I'm like, okay, what else do I need? I just need to cover like this hole. Okay, I got cardboard. So I cut like 2 pieces of cardboard, and it doesn't even look bad on the outside. From the inside, you can just tell like this looks ghetto. Yeah. But from the outside, it just looks like a piece of wood. Like it's like, and I just taped it on there because all I had to do was just cover this small hole to block out a good flow of heat. And it was insane because it's like you buy it, it's like, yeah, I bought this unit and I gotta go drop another $100 on it, like an accessory piece. That's technically, so I'm like, fuck that, bro. I got cardboard in my house somewhere. But when I first started running that thing, I had to like dump. It was the condensation was so much, I had to dump it like 3 times.
Oh wow.
It wasn't terrible, but it's like awkward. But it was very, very, very. It was working hard.
Yeah.
The first few days, just kind of getting used to everything. It's a segue to something else. Discussion topics.
I got a few, but y'all, if you have any,
Yeah, this South Park is wild.
can we talk about this?
Yes, we can.
It's such a good game.
What game are you playing? Which one is it?
The Stick of Truth, I think it's called.
Mhm.
It's
Or Stick of Death. Yeah, Stick of Truth. Stick of Truth,
it's the most. It's Dalton. Like I was
Are you
saying in
playing on
chat.
Xbox?
No, I'm playing on PlayStation.
Oh, that's
but you
what I
can
meant.
play it on Xbox. Yeah,
Oh, they have it on Xbox.
Is it on Steam?
it's also on Steam. Yeah.
That sucks because I didn't know it was on Xbox. I'm playing on PlayStation, so now I can't transfer profiles. I don't think.
Yeah.
And then because I would just stream it at work and play it because it's just.
It's so much.
But
fun.
it's so good because the animation for fucking South Park has been like cut out cardboard pieces of paper for forever, for like 40 years, and then now it's like you put the game, it's the same thing. So I feel like they could spend way more time on story building, and they just. But when you're playing the game, it's like, dude, I'm playing the show. I'm watching this show while I'm playing. Like it's pure genius in my eyes. Like it's just how it is. But it's so. I mean, obviously, there's some stuff that kind of took me a little bit to like figure out some of the controls, just because like the farting.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh man, I gotta hold my dragon thing. Like, but just I was practically dying.
Yeah.
Before I even started playing, it was like, all right, pick your class. I was like, what the fuck? I actually picked a thief. I was almost gonna pick. I was gonna do the cliche thing and pick fighter.
Fighter, yeah.
But I picked the thief, and the thief, man, it's kind of unfair to a degree with some of his moves, but it's very well made. It's good. I honestly didn't think the game was going to be this like as long as it is. I'm already like 6 hours in.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's actually really long, especially trying to do everything.
Yeah, it's just there's
What part are you at?
Recruiting the Goths.
Okay. Yeah.
I just put on got all that stuff.
Because there's
actually don't think I went back. I just got the coffee.
Yeah. There's a point. There's so many things that happens. I don't know. I can't remember when they happened, but you went to the alien ship, right?
Yeah. That's fucking something else.
Is this the RPG one or is this a different one?
The RPG, man.
It's really good. And then the sequel is Fractured Butthole. And it's like superhero. This one's like fantasy themed. The other one's like superhero themed. And I just replayed through both of these, and they're so much fun, man. It's and the music too. It's like it's stupid, but it's just like I hear so good.
It's just bringing back all these memories and a lot of stuff because I haven't watched South Park in a long time. I'm talking like the last time I was probably watching South Park actively was probably like season 10.
Oh wow.
Yeah, a long time ago. Maybe even season 12 or 15. But you could always catch an episode and you could just know exactly like what it like bro. Like I'm this old. So good. Dalton, I highly recommend you try it. It captured my attention. That's what it is. Like, yeah.
It's just a really well done, and like the battle mechanics are simple but fun. Like I never found myself like getting bored.
Yeah.
Here's the thing is I still think there's actually a ton of game left. You're not like close to the end.
No. Dude, I'm only like level 8.
Yeah. Oh man, there's so much stuff that I want to talk about, but I don't want to spoil it because when it happens, you're just like, wait, what?
Yeah, I can't beat Al Gore right now.
Oh yeah. That's tough. That one's tough.
Dude, the thing he does, he's like, let's see if you can take this a slideshow of global warming, and you gotta like block the sleepiness. It's so ridiculous, dude. And then, just attacks you. It's so Man Bear Pig.
It's so good. Yeah, and like what's so cool is so who's your sorry, Dalton, I know we're talking about something that you haven't played yet, but who's your go-to buddy that you bring along with you?
Well, I've got Kenny and Butters. And Kenny's character is just something else right now.
Kenny is great. Kenny is one of my favorite characters in the show overall.
Kenny's the most progressive character, the most open character, the most provocative character. Like Kenny's character is just wild.
Butters with that heel though.
I like Butters. I toggle back and forth, but I have to use Butters for the heel because I just went through the finding Mr. Hanky's kids.
Oh yeah.
And it was like you can't take any consumables, and it became a lot more strategic. The game became more strategic than what I thought it was actually going to be, and I was like, man, because I haven't won like 100% of my battles.
Yeah.
So
So sorry. Yeah. Remembering because you go find them in the sewer, right?
Yeah. Can you help me find my kids? Now, like the Facebook chats is fucking like Mr. Hanky's wife. Can you believe my husband still thinks I'm faithful? Question mark. I'm like, let me know if you have any pills.
Yeah. Have you found? So yeah, there's Mr. Hanky. Have you found Jesus?
I found Jesus. I just found Jesus.
So you found me. Yeah, you can use them. You can call them in as like
summons. I haven't used them yet. I was thinking about it with Al Gore, but I just don't think I'm strong enough to beat Al Gore yet.
Yeah, the things with the summons, you only get them once per day, but like you might as well use them, right? Like yeah. And then
how long does the day last?
Yeah, it's all progression based. So it's like once you hit a certain point in the story, it's like cool, and everyone's got to go home.
Yeah. And like Cartman's mom just has like dildos, condoms, and blow in the room.
And I love that there's an entire game about just a mini game about shitting in everyone's toilets,
dude, and getting shit nuggets. Yeah.
Have you thrown those at people?
To segue to another topic about video games. Obviously we have the Play Pass, we have Steam, you've got whatever PlayStation has. I'm assuming you have that as well, Dalton. How much time will you put into a game before you're like, I'm not gonna play this anymore, fuck it? 30 minutes, hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, a day, and you're like, I'm over it. Because I did that with Anthem. I downloaded fucking Anthem. It took like forever. It's like 50, 60 gigs. I did it at work. I played it for like an hour and 5 minutes. I was like, fuck this game.
I don't know. It kind of varies. It just depends on how much I really don't like it.
Yeah, but it's like, how much do you have to play to know that you don't like it?
That's interesting. I don't know if there's ever been a game. No, there's got to be a game that I was just like, nah, I'm over this.
Because I download a lot of games, start them, and just don't.
Yeah, you do.
Started. Yeah, there's a reason why they're free downloads. Like, a lot of trial and error. Yeah, but the South Park one, obviously, I downloaded that off a recommendation in my desperation too, but it turned out to be like very, very, very. I did not expect to sit down and play for like 3 hours the first night.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Yeah,
so I
it's a hard game to put down. You just want to keep going.
Also, I want to play so the lady hears all the jokes.
Yeah.
You guys don't have like an average time, you would think.
No, because for most games, I go into it kind of knowing, and so I, for the most part, I'm like, well, all right, I don't know. I'm very not selective, but like, it's like I don't just download random games to see it. You know what? No,
I watched the trailer. And I slide over and look at the pictures.
I download so many games. I got so many games on Steam that I haven't even touched.
Yeah. A good example actually is I did download a game on Game Pass, and I got through about it's the tutorial stuff. If you're playing for like 30 minutes and you're still in a tutorial and you're not into it, then that was a
Okay.
game that I was like,
Yes.
nah, I'm good.
PUBG. That was me.
It's so dumb, dude. PUBG takes a minute to get into, man. It's just, it's I kept playing it because I was bored at work and I played PUBG Mobile and I was decent at PUBG Mobile. Like I ranked up to like, I don't know, like gold 4 or 5 or something when I was playing PUBG Mobile. So I was like, all right, I'm familiar with this game. I'll be all right. You like play 10 matches, don't get anything.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's a love-hate relationship with that fucking game. But it's just
I do have
when I play
I do have days where I'm like in a game slump. Like this weekend, Bert wanted to play what's it called, and nothing sounded good to me. I ended up playing nothing. I would like bounce between games. I'm like 5 minutes in, I'm like, nah, I don't want to play this.
That's like
Turn on the game,
me.
I don't
That's
wanna play
like
this.
yeah, no. It's like I'm just gonna reference to this as if it's very similar. It's like I'll get in my car, I'll drive around, run a park. I'm like, I'm gonna get some food. Just to end up back at my house just to make food for free. Like just because I'm like, I liked the idea of it more than I actually did and start thinking about the repercussions or anything. Like, yeah, I don't want to get too far into this game. Just gonna put it down. But I do like games. I'll play a game, and not that it's not fun or entertaining, but some of the missions are too long. They seem a little bit longer than what the game should be. So I'm like, maybe I'll just set this down for now and I'll come back to it. Like that Deep Rock Galactic dwarf mining space alien shooting game. Each mission was beginning to be like an hour and a half long, which before it was like 30, 35, 40, 45. I'm like, bro, this is a long ass game. This is like a long time. So it's not that I don't like it. I just gotta set it down for like maybe a month and I'll just go back to it.
Yeah, there's sometimes I'll play a game for like 2 days straight, and then I'm like, I need to step away.
Yeah.
All right, what else do you guys got?
Talk about man napkins.
Shorts.
Oh yeah,
It's a great one.
100%.
I cracked up so hard at this. It's your point, Randy. I think you should think.
Yeah, okay. The question was for whoever's listening, and Jay, I'm not even sure if he's listening anymore because he's got a second kid. Mr. Busybody.
I told him he'd regret it.
So as a kid growing up, just being messy, as you don't have napkins ready all the time, especially when you're eating at lunchtime. Like, and just get in the habit of wiping your hands on your pants. And now here's the thing: it's usually that's where we start at a young age. I'm gonna fast forward 33 or 28 years. So now, what are shorts and pants a secondary napkin for men? The answer is yes. The answer is yes, they are. Now, depending on what I wipe on my pants is a subject, and where I wipe it on my pants is a subject too. Now, let's just start with where. The best place to wipe them is behind your kneecap. You grab, if you're wearing pants, little grab right there. You're like, all right, cool. Well, boom, done.
I just go for the pocket area.
Well, that's the pocket area. But what if it leaves a mark and someone can see? No one's looking behind your fucking kneecaps. or your knee pit. They got that little
If
grab
you have
right
a long
there.
enough shirt, then it'll cover the pocket.
That's a long shirt though. or if depending on what you've been down, you go down near the ankles. All right, little. But this is like when you're by yourself or just with your boys, or you're at like a picnic table, really quick. Majority of the time, if I'm just eating chips, Dalton, yes. It's kind of like a little on the go. Maybe I had a sandwich, a little wipe on the pocket portion real quick, little swipe. And it's never like a 2 swipe. It's like a 3 swipe. It's like 1, 2, 3. Got to make sure no crumbs, nothing. But there's those times you might get a little bit a little bit of sauce or something on the pants on accident. You're like, oh fuck, what do I do? Well, I normally just wipe my hands on my pants as a napkin. What do I do? Maybe I'll just grab a napkin and just wipe this off when there are napkins sitting there. Now, you never do this with like food that has like sauce or stuff like that. Like
Yeah, if it's too saucy,
chicken
if
wings,
it's too
ranch.
messy, then no.
No,
It's usually like chips kind of thing.
but there is an etiquette. There is an etiquette. In a desperation move, if now think about this, guys. We've all gotten like Mexican food. We've all gotten like some sort of greasy chicken, greasy food. You're eating on the go, and you know what? You know what the restaurant gives you? They give you 3 napkins this big
that are like super
and then
thin.
so then you take all 3 napkins to basically clean one finger. Doesn't work. Now you're like, well, what do I do? I can keep going back to this napkin and going like this. I can finish my meal, or periodically I can dip down, do a little thing. But if no one's watching, I can make sure dab my finger, because I'm gonna touch my phone. I'm probably gonna touch the drink cup. I don't want, like, it's weird. Probably not the phone, but I don't want like barbecue sauce on my fingers while I'm grabbing this. Like I just I need that secondary napkin at hand. But yeah, your guys' thoughts?
I hate those little napkins, especially since I have a beard. I'm like, give me a break. I gotta wipe my beard and my fingers with this tiny little thing. No, because a lot of the food gets in my beard, so it makes it a little difficult. Yeah. Sometimes I even go to the inside of the shirt to wipe some beard. I'm desperate.
Yeah. You one of these?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I never do that, but I don't have a beard, so that's similar. I like, because you're not going to see the
struggle.
inside of the shirt like that unless it's I don't know, like black gunk, thick mixture or something.
There has been times where there's been a little too much on my beard that I didn't realize, and I go to do the shirt thing, and then it's all messy, and I'm like,
Ever get sticky on your chest?
Yeah.
So, Bert,
I'm all for it.
I've just been enjoying this conversation topic. The amount of thought that you've gone into different degrees.
You know, the wild part is that was all off the cuff, except for the behind the kneecap. I thought about that the other day when I texted him, like, because I think I did it, and I was like, yeah. Or it was like, I don't know, I was making breakfast. I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, that's true. I better text this to my guys.
I just do the sides, man, and then you're good.
One thing I do constantly, it's when I'm at work, and it's because it's the fucking old shitty Xbox One controller. It doesn't have like the extra grip on it. Like I'm in a close match, and I don't know about with you guys, but if you're playing a PvP game and it's super close quarters, and all of a sudden my hands start getting sweaty, I'm like, dude, it's getting intense. Like I don't know if I'm going left, I'm going right, where's this person at? And all of a sudden, like I'm just like, oh god, gotta dry those hands off. And it feels like it's good for like a second, until you either die or you kill the guy. You're like, oh man, so close. Yeah, those clammy hands.
I don't get that sweaty. I can't relate,
bro. Like with the Xbox remote, the new remote, dude, night and day.
Sarah's been playing a lot of Elden Ring.
Nice.
She's been playing the Xbox.
I asked Tanya if she wanted to start it, and she's like, yeah, probably not. I'm like, but you bought it though. She's like, yeah. I was like, yeah. And I thought about it. I was like, do I even know how to play anymore? Dalton, did you ever beat Elden Ring?
No, I'm still on the last boss. I need to beat him.
Just beat him, dude. It'll haunt your nightmares.
Huh.
I think it took me I'm not exaggerating when I say this at all. No, 8 to 10 hours
to beat him.
Yeah.
To beat one dude?
Yes.
Dude, it took me 2 weeks to beat
Why?
one chick.
When
It
I
just
say 8 to 10
seems
hours,
why would you do this?
because I have already put my hand in the pain hole.
I was hanging out with Janet for a little bit yesterday, and I told her Sarah started playing Elden Ring. She goes, I want to play, but I'm scared. And she's like, is it a game where like you die a lot and you get really mad? And I'm all like, yes, it is. 100%. But it's also really fun and enjoyable and addicting.
So addicting. So addicting.
Like Melania or whatever, it took me 2 weeks to beat her. I'd probably try for like an hour or two a day. And I'd have to stop because I was getting very angry.
Dude. Yeah. Like when I was going against the boss, I remember the first 4 or 2 hours I was at work. I was like, all right, cool, let's go. Nothing. Or like, no, no, first it takes me forever to beat the first boss. And then it took me for like just to beat the first boss. It took me like, I don't know, like half a day to do that. Then you finally get to the, and I'm like, 2 games over, cool, done. And then all of a sudden there's a bigger boss that flies and that can float underwater and shit. And then you're just like, all right. It's basically you need to have like the perfect storm to beat the boss. Like and I'm probably exaggerating when I said 8 or 10. It's probably like 16 hours. Like because there's times I would just I don't know how long I would sit there and just finally like, all right, I'm just gonna set the remote down.
Yeah.
Fucking walk away. Just oh man.
I'm trying to beat the first guy first without the mimic tier and then go into the second stage.
No, you need to. So what I didn't use the mimic tier. I used the Black Knight Tish assassin because he does long range attacks and it's just like a training.
I don't know if I have it.
You might, but you can check, dude. That's what a lot of people use, or these mimic one of the two. But away from Elden Ring, what else we got?
Fucking spending money on 2 vehicles. Oh, I almost had to spend money on 2 vehicles.
Dude, let's talk about
so the Kia, we have a Kia Spectra too, and that battery has been dead. And same thing with the Jeep. I had to register it. Okay, it was due in July.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, your
June, July.
Too.
Yeah, I didn't notice that vehicle also needed a smog when we first got it in. So it was like the week before we got COVID, I went to pay the registration online. I go to pay it, and it's like, oh, you can pay, but it's not registered because you need to smog it. I'm like, well, shit, I'll smog it next week. Then we got COVID, and then I recovered ish, and then I got up one morning to go smog it, and the battery's dead. I'm like, well, and then it like the next week was August. It was like 9 days after August, and our apartment place, they put a paper on. It's like, needs to be registered or it's gonna be towed, yada yada yada.
Pause.
Well, wait, what?
How much did that infuriate you?
A lot, because it's 9 days afterwards.
Because
registration's paid.
Yeah,
I wanted to call, but I want to call and be like, hey, it's paid and registered. It just needs to be smogged. I just got COVID. The battery also died. I haven't had a chance to do anything. But I just went and dropped it off at Janet's house because between Sarah and I, we have 3 vehicles. My parents have 1. Technically, per household, you're only supposed to have 2 vehicles. So we got a bit more.
I think it's because Racket Club is just bigger in population.
Yeah,
I think so because
it's
like over here, dude, like
there's not a ton of parking too. I mean,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
So I 100% agree. I don't agree with them putting a note on your car. I think maybe that's more like a conversation. Truthfully, just because they did that to me when I had my old Saab and the clutch went out. I just left it there. They're like, you can't leave your car. We're gonna tow it. I'm like, oh, okay. So you know what I did? I pushed my busted old Saab underneath my carport and said, fuck you to everybody. Because now it's under my carport. Can't do shit. I know that pissed off people. Because then I just took my working car and put it right there.
Put it on. Yeah.
Like I know that, but I think that was more so they were just, that was a lot when I was partying a lot. They probably just didn't like me as or I wasn't mature enough. So that was kind of like maybe a little threat from the homeowners association. Because now, dude, it's like I left my truck there for 2 weeks sitting like idle, like nothing. People leave truck like there's a lady's vehicle, her busted down Porsche been sitting there for fucking 6 months. Nobody says shit.
Yeah.
But they'll put a note on my fucking car after 2 months. Yeah. They'll put a note on your car after 2 weeks or 9 days. It's like, dude, come on, fuck off. I know you're doing this job for free.
Yeah. So I wanted to call him, explain the situation, just like, hey, I need another week or two, and then like I'm gonna get smog and get registered. That's not what's happening. So, anyways, brought it to Janet's house, and then I go to my Jeep has already been having clutch problems at first. I thought it was just a master cylinder, so I brought it to the shop.
Like bleeding fluid.
They were looking at it. Long story short, they quoted me $3,000 to replace the clutch, slave cylinder, and master cylinder. I get it. They have to drop the tranny. But I talked to my buddy Charlie, who used to be a mechanic. He's like, that's at max like a $1,500 job. You know.
You talking to Andrew's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, dude, I think the most I've ever paid to.
Because he figured
$125
an hour for 6 hours of work.
I don't want to reach.
$800.
I don't want to reach. But when my clutch went out on the Eclipse, I believe I was getting quoted some fucked up shit, and then I took my Eclipse to Charlie, and he replaced the slave cylinder. I don't think it was a master cylinder, but he replaced my clutch in the slave, I think, and it was like, obviously, he took care of us for like $800.
Yeah,
whatever it was back then, 500, but that's wild.
Master cylinder is the easy part. That's on the firewall in the engine bay.
All right, so then the master cylinder, whatever was the easier of the cylinder, he did.
The slave cylinder, at least mine, it's internal, so it's in the transmission, and so you have to drop the transmission to replace. And my buddy Josh says most of the time, if that starts leaking and it leaks on your clutch, then you have to replace your clutch too. Yeah. So luckily, he's gonna help me out. We're gonna drop the tranny, and I'm gonna replace the clutch, and I'm gonna do a conversion to where it's an external slave. That way I don't have to drop the tranny again.
That's good.
The same thing with that. I have to try to do all that and register it before September.
Yeah. That sucks. I had people come in to quote me for replacing the windows, because my windows here are, I think, from when the building was built.
Yeah.
So
my windows are old as fuck.
It was like initial quote was something like $5,000. But it's like a sliding glass door, all these windows, and I was just like, but like, all right, let's do it. Try to reach out to the guy, like, all right, I need all this stuff for the HOA though, for them to like do the work, right? Like I need proof of blah 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 blah. And like just got ghosted. Just contractor never got back to me. I was like, all right, whatever. And I keep going through all these people trying to get out of here. So I finally had another person come out, do the same measurements. I'm like, how many times do I need, like, whatever. And then silence, just ghosted for forever. And I emailed them. I was like, what's going on? Like, they're like, oh, we need to get the quote from the window people, blah, blah, blah. Comes back finally, $11,000.
What?
And I was like, this is ridiculous. I just got a quote from another person that was like half of this. So like in my head, I'm just like, it's like so confusing when you're just like, so was the first guy just horribly misquoting me, or are you trying to fuck me?
Are you using just like Yelp or Google?
Was using people that were recommended by the person, somebody who runs the HOA. So I was just like, hey, if I'm gonna have to go through all this process with the HOA to like get this approved, right? Can you give me a list of people that have done this so that like I know that they've gone through this process before? Because I can't just hire someone. I have to hire somebody and then submit all the stuff. So I was like, give me recommendations who people have done, because I've seen people have new windows in here. So I'm like, just give me that, right? So I got these recommendations from a person. I thought they would all come, they'd be legitimate, and then just now I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like because there's an HOA here, but I know for a fact you don't need to get anything approved. People just show up. I was gonna say, dude, you could probably get it done for less than $5,000. You just jump on Nextdoor.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Literally, the HOA would be like, hey, if you install something and it doesn't go through it, then you are forced to uninstall
But
it.
if you hire the person through Nextdoor, what do they have to do to get your HOA to get approved?
They have to submit a bunch of paperwork. So it's just like proof of insurance, proof of like business, like all this stuff that's
Make
like
sure they're legit, not just some side work.
Now there's this thing that's coming into play. You live in an HOA or you live on like the second story, correct?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. It's an HOA, but I think it's a lot different than my HOA here. Whereas like we could just kind of like just do whatever to our house.
Yeah.
You know, that sucks.
Yeah.
Also, $5,000 seems like a lot for fucking glass.
Yeah. So that's why I was really pissed when I saw something else.
Windows like 3.
Yeah, that's the thing, is it's not like I have a front window. I have a small window above my sink, the sliding glass door, which I know is, it's a sliding glass door. Then I have a window in my bedroom. So we're talking about like essentially one small window, 2 large windows, and a sliding door. And I'm like, $11,000? Are you like, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy and that's more accurate, but it just seemed like a fuck off number. And I was just like, cool. If you guys
actually, dude, you're right. That is, yeah. No, 100%. You're right. You are 100% right. It's a fuck off number.
Yeah.
It's a unrealistic number. It's either they're too jammed up or they don't want to deal with your HOA. Yeah. That makes more sense. Yes.
Yeah.
Here's a high quote. We're gonna scare you off. I don't have time for it, or the job is too small for us to even bother with.
That's exactly what I think. So, which is fine, but then like it was one of those things where, I don't know. So I'm frustrated because I feel like I'm
frustrated for you because you could literally just hire somebody off the street and do it. Fuck, that sucks. I know whenever we get our windows replaced here, or whatever happens the next couple of years, because I mentioned it to the lady because all my windows are old. I only have like one brand new window here, or newer window. It's in the middle room, but all of them are old. You know how the new windows are all like white seals. This is fucking gray and grinding. No windscreen, no screens, but but we're talking like we're replacing every single window, sliding door of the house. So that costs $5,000. That makes more sense.
Yep.
Even if it peaked over that kind of makes sense, but man, 11. Yeah, that's perfect. That's a perfect fuck off number. Yeah, you can't do it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like maybe my windows are good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, and I know that I asked for a more expensive option because I wanted some soundproofing. But even then, it's just like it's just ridiculous. So, anyways,
asking them to put a window on your roof.
Yeah.
Because maybe that might be a little bit more expensive than $11,000 and might be impossible. But anyways, ignore me.
Let me get a worker's permit to cut a hole in your roof and hopefully I don't fall through the skylight. I don't even know what.
Frustration.
Shall we dive into the game?
I think we should.
Dive into it.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
All right. I have my dice. Yes, cool. So last we left, y'all had successfully retrieved some of your goods, and you've captured and forced Brendel to take you to the farm that you have been quested to assist more. Sorry, I just went into but you also again retrieved a map of all the other kind of like hidden stash locations that these bandits use. So you're marching through the forest. We'll pick up exactly where we left off. Brendel's kind of leading the way, taking you to the farm.
Take me to the farm.
Hey, Brendel, how's that? Yo, Brendel, how's that South Farley treating you?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I will admit that y'all are acting really kind, all things considered.
I'm acting kind.
Just gonna keep walking. On a walking stick. Humming a tune.
Excuse me. Yeah. At this point, you're just kind of moving your way through the forest. He's taking you through a path. Seems to be heading in the right direction.
Hey, Brendel, how long do you think until we're at the farm?
Oh, it's just probably another hour. We're almost there.
Okay. Right on. Brendel, tell me about yourself.
Oh,
Where'd you grow up? Like,
me?
yeah,
You
sure.
want to know about me?
Not really, but we're got an hour.
Okay. Well, yeah. What exactly do you want to know?
Why'd you steal from us?
Can you roll for me?
I'm saying this. I'm not saying this aggressively. I'm saying this more of the literally just kind of a general question, like, why'd you steal from us? Kind of like shrug, like, you don't seem like a bad guy.
Do your persuasion on this?
Okay.
Randall persuasion.
So I can get my slides. Ah, fuck! I got a 3. And my charisma's 14. I don't know if that makes it like a 5.
Yeah, so that would make it a 5. I don't think you have anything there. So, times are tough.
Yeah, they are. Like, someone stole some stuff from us and we had to go get it back. Crazy.
At that, it's like whatever, like kind of like good potential will that was building just gets very silent and dismissive.
I'm just gonna just walk up and just kind of like just give him like a playful punch on the shoulder, like bro, you're smoking, like, dude, you're smoking our weed with us walking. Like, if we were gonna do anything, it would have been done. Just get us to the farm, bro.
She just nods. He just nods. Can I have shoot. What is
Engelbert?
Engelbert, yeah. Can I have Engelbert roll for me? Yep. And I'd like you to do
The fuck? Wait.
I'd like you to do either your survival or your perception. Whichever one you do will get you kind of like a different result.
I'm gonna do perception. I got a 9.
Okay, and what is your wisdom score?
13.
Okay, I think you're trading this. Okay, so yeah, you notice that Brendel is still taking you in like the right direction, but as you're kind of like, you've been very observant of Brendel this time, right? I think reasonably so. And there's just like little things that are happening where it's like they start to add up. Going past a bush and like breaking a branch, or like going over like you're going over like a log and like kicking over a rock. You perceive this as Brendel is definitely making it like he's taking you in the right direction, but it's definitely leaving a very clear path of if anyone was following where you're going.
Hey, Brendel. Hey, Brendel. Do you?
We're almost there. Like 20 more minutes.
Okay, that's cool. How about we stop for a little while? I need a rest.
But we're very close. We're
No, I
super
understand.
close.
But I don't think you're in the position to be, making decisions. So I think we're gonna stop for a minute.
Can you roll for me? Even though you spoke in a very calm manner, which I agree. Can you do your intimidation on this?
2.
I felt kind of intimidated by that. That was funny.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm doing here. Like, I'm just like, fuck. This guy probably
Brendan's
doesn't know
like,
what the fuck's going on.
shit.
He just looks at you and then looks to Radon and it's just like, we're almost there. I mean, we're like, you just gotta go around. You can
wait, what do we gotta go around?
just gotta go around this next little bit of forest, and then you're there.
Well, what direction?
Yeah, he just points. Just keep going north.
I'm gonna look at the map and make sure it's accurate.
I would say that you would see that the direction he's taking you lines up, right?
All right, Brandel. So I'm gonna be a little bit blunt. I have noticed that you've been kicking over rocks, breaking little twigs in a way that, maybe somebody following us can continue to follow us.
I just
You have
want
any
to
other
interject.
little buddies coming up?
I want to interject really quick while he's saying this, and I want to look at Brenda with some awe, like, Brenda, are you not as high as you said you were?
I mean, you let me take one puff and then you took the pipe away. So
I can't even with you right now.
look, I don't know what you're really asking me here. You told me to take you to the farmstead. I've taken you to the farmstead. I've apologized for taking your stuff. If anything, you came out on top. And he notes like the bag of gold that was taken from him. He doesn't say it, but he just kind of like looks at Radol. So really, honestly, if we want to look at this, like, what exactly do you want from me? If anything, I feel like you're on top with this situation.
Probably, rightfully so, because you stole their stuff. So this is called karma. Anyways, I want you to stop doing little gestures before, I don't know, things happen or you go to the bottom.
So you want me to mask my emotions in the workplace?
I'm just saying, Brandel, you're being very suspicious right now. And I don't trust you.
Is funny.
How would you like me to act?
Just walk. Don't kick over any rocks. Don't,
As we're in a rock band.
pull a branch or something. What'd you say?
As we're standing in like a rock band. Don't kick over any rocks, bro.
Kick over any
Just
rocks.
surrounded by rocks.
Don't do anything. Don't say anything. I don't know. Just don't be weird. I don't trust you. If someone comes out jumping from a tree to get us, you're the first one going down.
Jesus Christ.
And again, this is like a
Turn off
hobbit.
the switch.
This is like a hobbit talking to this, like staring up to him. But I just imagine this being like, it's actually really, this is like really intimidating because I think you're still holding like an axe, right?
Yeah.
God.
He just stares at you.
I'm just gonna continue walking then.
I'm just gonna start petting Jimbo.
Like how your friend.
All right, let's let's get to the farm. I think Jimbo needs some carrots, some
Names.
Yeah, Brendel. Lead the fucking way.
I have already left. I'm already walking.
Yeah.
Wait. Is it that way? Yes, it is. All right, well, walk in front of me, Brendel.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You all walk for like another 20 minutes. At this point, like as you're kind of walking through the forest, it becomes clear that you're moving from like the inside of the forest, like the interior, like approaching like the exterior. So like the edge of the forest, there's a little bit more light coming in. You can see now like I can share my screen, right?
Yeah.
You are emerging back out into what looks like, the edge of the forest, into like relative grassland plains. And indeed, there is a small little farm up ahead that you can see that there is like a little fence around it, keeping some of the, defining the farm itself and then keeping animals in a little kind of modest home. There is smoke rising from like one of the chimneys. And yeah, you can see that there is, well, actually, can I have you both do your perception for me?
Both of us.
Yep.
Got 5.
Okay. Then yeah, you just see that there are some animals. It looks like I'd say you would know that they're cattle, right? But you don't see any people.
Bert, can I talk to you for a sec? Just
Yes.
us two.
Yes.
So
We're
we
gonna
know
eyeball
huddle.
Brindle.
No, I'm gonna whisper him. We're gonna talk about some stuff, but if you want to periodically look at Brendel while we're doing this, it's not a problem. So we start putting our hands over each other in the huddle. But Engelbert, my question is, we're here. I think we pretty much. What are we doing with Brendel? Gonna leave. I'm on his merry way. Give him a little bit of silver.
I don't give him shit.
Well, all right. Well, how about this?
I don't trust him. I think something's suspicious going on. But my fear is if we let him go, then he'll come back with his bandits. Multiple of them.
So what are you saying?
Say we should tie him up. Put him
Everyone's just
somewhere.
Leave him with the farmer.
Yeah, why not? Maybe you can use him as, a farm hand. Is that a thing?
Yeah, it is actually. All right. Yeah. Let's just play this out. Let's
Let's go find the farmer.
Okay.
And then go from there.
How about I'll just stay with Brendel and you go knock on the farmer's door, access and see what's going on.
Sounds good. Great.
Okay. Brindle's just kind of there staring at you. I mean, you requested the sidebar, so anything you said he didn't hear, but he's just kind of just staring at you.
So I'm gonna go back over to Brendel and I'm just gonna inform Brendel. I'm like, yeah, Brendel. So we're on like a little bit of a job, I would say. JOB job. I guess this guy's been losing cattle. I don't know. Could be orcs, could be Urukai, could be Balrogs, could be Felbies.
Do I hear him say this to him?
Could be
Yes.
Could be Easterlings. It could be
What?
Riverfolk.
Are you what?
Yeah, I'm just saying we're here to do a job, and cattle's missing. I'm just putting out possibilities.
A job, Brindle, is how you earn silver. A normal people earn silver. Honest people.
He says under his breath, and that's why I earn gold.
I'm just gonna say, like, what was that? Or say what now?
What? Easterlings, you say? Pretty far from Rune, don't you think?
Hey, they could be a wanderer like myself,
Well, I guess I'll be wandering this way if we now it seemed like we were parting ways. I've
He
given you
doesn't-
everything.
I grab him by the shoulder. Like, nah. We still have the job to do. I just want to show you what a little bit of 9 to 5 looks like.
Oh, I'm good. Thank you. If anything, I should. You've all taught me the error of my ways, and
So-
if anything, I should head probably to Bree and get one of these JARdons.
At this point, I'm gonna kick the back of his leg, so to try to get him to drop to his knees. Settle down. You got a job to do. JOB. 9 to 5. We're here.
We're here.
Okay. No. I'm gonna roll for him.
That's good.
Murdering the first. NPC
No,
that
I'm
we
not.
come
I'm
across.
just
The
detaining him.
there's like a quiet, and then he just starts to try and run into the forest. Like back in, like deeper and back into the forest.
I'm gonna look at Engelbert, and I'm just gonna tell him, now look what you're gonna make me do. Now look what you're gonna make me do. I'm gonna jump on Jimbo and then go after him.
Okay. Can I have you roll for me?
Jimbo.
You're gonna do your animal handling. Normally, you're really good at this, but you are trying to maneuver Jimbo in a forest. Right?
This is true. Ah! 4. Fuck!
Okay. Wow, guys. So, what is your dexterity?
11.
Okay.
And I'm gonna buy you new dice.
But
But-
animal handling's wisdom.
Yeah. Oh, animal handling is wisdom. Sorry. What is your wisdom score?
12.
Okay. So, and wait, what'd you roll?
4.
Okay, so that's 5 plus your training, so that's 7. Okay, still, it's like the speed. Even though you kicked him, it's kind of like he used that momentum to like do a roll and then like run, and like he is like, even though you're mounting Jimbo, right? You can tell that Brendel is like using the natural terrain to like really avoid the horse, like going like through areas that are like it's hard for you to like, you'd have to like go back around. So you don't fall off your horse, you don't do anything, but like Brendel is like you're losing him in the forest. Engelbert?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shake my head and kind of drop it and then walk towards the house.
Motherfucker.
I was gonna tell you not to go after him, but then you just left.
Well, I didn't think I was gonna roll a 4. So
Engelbert just kind of shakes his head and starts walking towards the farmstead. All right, so then back to I'm gonna do this.
Wait, how far was I? Was I already walking to the farmstead, or
You guys were like right at the edge of the forest, so it's not unreasonable for you to. All right. So sorry, Engelbert. What were you saying? Yeah.
nothing.
Okay.
he's holding something in.
All right. So. Right. You're like on Jimbo. You're like trying to maneuver right around these trees. There's a part where Engelbert kind of like ducks in. You have to like go around to see. Can I have you do your perception for me? It seems like Engelbert kind of like dives into an area, like into this. And you lose sight.
Yeah. Oh, 20.
Damn.
Bum.
Well, he also rolled a 20. So the
Damn.
only way you could have spotted him is if you had rolled a 20, which you did. And I was very pissed because he was just going to ninja his way out of this one. But like you come around and like you don't see it. It's like he's just disappeared, become one with like the forest. And like to anyone else, it would have been as if he had just disappeared. But as you're like scanning through the forest line, you can just see that like he is gone. You know how like some trees are like hollowed out on the inside? It's like he has gone inside and like covered his face with like dirt. And it's just like he is like in this tree.
That's so funny. I see you.
He doesn't say anything. He's just like in there. But you do clearly see him.
Brendel, I see you.
He's just like eyes are closed. He's just in there. No, he's like not moving.
All right. All right. We're in the forest. I'm on the horse still. Am I? Is there a possibility that I can reach and grab a branch?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, I want to grab a branch, break it off the tree, and I want to poke Brendel.
Chicken with the pointy end.
I just want to poke.
So at that point, it's like I see you, and you're like just tapping him. Yeah. He just lets out a very like exacerbated sigh of just damn it.
So can we go back now? I still got that 9 to 5.
I yeah, sure. Whatever. And he like climbs out of the tree.
That's so fucking demoralizing.
So it's like if Engelbert, you like move towards the homestead, not that long after you left the forest, Radol is like still on Jimbo, like kind of behind Brendel, but Brendel is like covered in like dirt and camouflage, like what would have been really effective camouflage, quickly put together. However, right now he's like wiping it off as just like mumbling as he's now being led to the farm by Radol. But you're there first, so you see a small little farm, right? There's like a little stone wall. You know, you can see that this is probably the forest is this way, so to the right? So I'll flip this around. But yeah, you can see that there's area where like vegetables are growing. There's like a little garden. There's cattle that are like roaming around, but there is like a little pen here where you can see that there's some pigs. You don't see what's on the inside yet because you're just approaching it, but you can see that there's smoke that's rising from a chimney. There are no people out though.
I'm gonna go knock on the door.
Oh, okay. Can you do your? No, yeah. I'm just gonna say. So yeah, you knock on the door. You hear that there's definitely people on the inside, as there's kind of like a, and like footsteps are coming towards the door, but the door doesn't open.
I knock again. Hello, we're here. We've been sent to help you.
Okay.
The door slowly starts to like open, and you're met with somebody who is kind of at your eye level, as there's a small human boy.
Hello, good child. Are your parents home?
You're like British.
You roll your roll your persuasion for me, please.
Parents are.
6.
The door just closes.
Well, shit. Can I open the door?
Yeah, you can definitely open the door.
It's funny.
I'm gonna open
Rude.
I'm not gonna go in. I'm just gonna like open it.
Yeah, open it.
Push it.
Yeah. So as it kind of like you see the interior, so I'll show screen again. There is we can tell that there's like a fireplace where the smoke is coming from. You can see that there's 2 side doors, so areas that you wouldn't see what's going on here. There's looks like there's a table in the pantry and stuff. The boy has like run back to like the table and is like hiding behind a chair, but standing next to him is a slightly older human that you could see is like probably like a young girl, probably like older. The boy is probably like maybe like 6 or 7, and she's probably like closer to her like 12 or 13, and she's holding a knife, like but like a carving. It was like not like a carving knife, but like almost like a silverware knife, like a fork. It's actually just a fork. Let's just say it's a fork.
It's a 4.
It's not 3. It's like the 2.
I know, yeah.
Very cautiously, I'm gonna tell him again. We've been sent to help with your cattle. Are your parents home?
The boy just looks at his sister. She looks at you and goes, "You're here to help."
Can I mean, at this point, I'm thinking there's some foul play somewhere, somehow, some way, maybe.
Where should mine go?
So you can cautiously, I'm just be like, yes, with the cattle.
Can you roll your persuasion for me one more time?
Persuasion. Yeah, it's a 1.
Yeah, really shitty rolls. She still holds on to the fork. She has like a hand on her brother. She's like, "You'll need to talk to Ma and Pa when they're back, but no strangers are allowed inside."
Fair enough. When shall they return?
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
My name is Engelbert. You can call me Bert. What's your name?
Gweth.
We're not strangers anymore.
This is just uncomfortable sounding.
This is really uncomfortable.
I guess you're right.
Oh God.
You can sit by the fire.
We'll wait outside, but do you know when your parents should be here?
Soon.
Okay. Just gonna walk back to Radol.
Okay, at this point, Radol, you would have like approached, like, I'm assuming you went straight to where Engelbert was. So you see Engelbert's like at the door, like turns around, and yeah, so in front of you is Brendel. Yeah, you're riding Jimbo. You see Engelbert. You're together.
I want to dismount Jimbo and but also keep Jimbo's
Reins.
Yeah, that's what it's called. We couldn't figure it out. Reins on my person or on my hand, just so I can walk around Jimbo, and I just want to go sit on the porch.
Okay.
I was like, Brendel, take a load off, man. Sit down, relax. Employer's almost here.
He's just quiet.
Don't be like that. Come on. You're gonna get paid. It's good. We're all gonna have money.
As he says that, I nudge. It's not getting paid.
That's you.
Swatting away.
As you're doing this little shtick, you see like a little small like child face like kind of peek out from like behind the door as it's staring at you, but primarily like the horse.
I'm gonna look at
say
Engelbert. I'm gonna look at Engelbert and say, "Whoa, dude, is there another hobbit in there?"
The door like quickly closes.
It's a child, Radol. A
Good
child.
looking little fucker.
Are you saying I look like a child?
No, that child that
Looks
looked like a hobbit looked like a child. Weird.
Everybody that's short is a hobbit.
That damn kid. Youth. Hey, who's in there anyway, Engelbert?
2 kids. They said their parents aren't home yet.
Do those kids serve meat?
They might. I didn't ask. They said we can go sit by the fire.
Nah. I think it'd be weird. Be in the
She was
house
holding a
with-
knife too. So
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in here. Yeah, well.
can I go look at their garden and see if there's anything I can eat?
Yeah.
Start pillaging their food.
I don't want to eat it. I just want to see.
Raping their crops.
You see that they are growing pumpkins and what looks like lettuce or cabbages and the beginnings of corn.
Corn.
I think all those things are in Middle Earth.
Nice garden. I like it. I would have grown okra and tomatoes as well, but humans.
Can I have both of you roll?
I was gonna say, I would have to wait. Yeah. I
And
got a 13.
do your perception.
13.
I got a 5.
Okay. Engelbert is really focused on the vegetables. Radol,
He's
you
also-
are can hear the sound of 2 sets of footsteps as they're coming from kind of like out from, not from the forest, but from like the plains, the grassland, right? As people are talking, heading towards the home.
I'm gonna say, hey, Engelbert. I think I hear the parents coming up.
Huh? What?
hey, dude. We'll eat later. But I think I hear the parents coming up. Can you see
I'm
anything
like-
in the distance?
As he says that,
What
I'm
do your
like-
hobbit eye see?
I'm trying to get on my tippy toes and like
That's so funny. I'm
See if I can see
standing over him, like, you see anything, Rod?
I'm not gonna make you roll. You would see, that it's 2 individuals. One, they clearly look like the mom and the dad, right? You're putting that together. However, the alarming thing is they seem to be covered in blood.
I'm going to. Well, I'm just gonna put my hand up and just kind of like wave or flag down. Just say, hey, just let you know we're here. Blah,
In
blah.
front of your house.
In front of your house.
Yeah. Okay.
your garden.
They you can see that you can tell that when you do that they notice it, and they definitely hadn't noticed you before. So now that they see you, they kind of momentarily stop, and then the husband starts to take a little bit of like, puts out a hand, and he starts to go a little bit in a path towards you, while the mother seems to be kind of like still moving forward, but like heading towards the front of the house. Hello there. May I help you?
Yes, we came from Bree. We're here to assess your
Many festival tidings to you.
many festival tidings to you too. So we're here to help out with your cattle problem.
As you say this, like if the mother was like walking towards like the front of the house, like very like cautiously, defensive, like, you know, she couldn't make a run for it. She like stops, and both the father and the mother like look at each other when you say like help with the kettle pot. Oh my, yes. Thank you. Please come inside. Can we get you anything? We don't have much, but some water perhaps? Something to eat?
Yeah, can I yeah, that would be lovely. That would be lovely. Shall we?
Yes. As they bring you in, Brendel is he's still quiet, right? And he just kind of like stares at both of you like, you told him not to talk, so he's just...
Oh, what the hell? Like,
Do you guys have any rope?
Like, Brendel, like, you gonna... Dude, come on, let's go. Bro, are you hungry or not? Like...
And as you all enter the house, at this point, right, the mother and father quickly go into, like, hospitality mode, right? As they start making tea, they pour you all water, they give you some, like, immediate food to eat, bring out some, like, maybe some, like, bread and some cheese. As you're all kind of sit around the fire, they apologize as the after like presenting food, they like go to like change, because again they're like covered in this like blood. Can I have both of you roll for me and do your investigation on this?
I can change this dice too.
I got a 19.
Ooh, okay.
I got a 4.
Damn.
I don't know, maybe Engelbert, you're just, that cheese and bread and water is really good. It just looks like blood and muck, but like can't really put anything together. So you're kind of more like, all right. Radol, you would notice that this is as hard, for whatever reason, you can tell that this is like not like human blood, or it's not like blood of like, it is definitely the blood of some sort of like farm animal. You presume that it's probably something like a cow, right? As there's like just the guts and stuff that are on them is somehow that's what they put together. They go to excuse themselves to change because they understand that they are covered in filth. The daughter is still kind of at the table, has not made really any sort of like gesture or motion towards either of you, like coming closer. However, the little boy just goes straight up to Radol and is just like staring at you.
I want to do the kindergarten cop thing and just bend down, look at him, grab him by the scruff, and just pick him up and hold him in front of me and be like, "What's your name?"
Can you roll your intimidate on this one? I know you're trying to be well do what? Yeah, I'm gonna have you do your intimidate on this.
Okay, come on. Oh, I got a 7.
Just the boy just starts like whimpering, not like full crying, but just
I'm just gonna set him back down, and I'm gonna turn him around and just gonna nudge him to go back to his sister before the parents come back.
Yes. After some short time, the parents come back. They sit down. They pour some tea, and you're all kind of like sitting by the fire as they start to introduce themselves. So the father figure is Hellion. The mother is Shay, and they introduce their children as the son is Lucar, and then the daughter is Gweth. And they sit down to tell you, they ask, what do you know? How much, where do we begin?
We know you need some help with cattle.
Yes, something is coming at night and taking them away, and we seem to find the remains afterwards. Horrible things have been done to it. Looks like it has been ripped apart by some sort of beast, and yet there's some sort of thought behind it. There's something here that is not right. It is not as if an animal has fed and then attacks. There's something as if there is a more devious thought behind all of this. Something that I don't know how to describe it. There's something dark here that, well, that's why we asked for help.
I'm gonna bend over. I'm gonna lean over and whisper into Engelbert's ear, making sure that nobody else can hear.
Yep.
Lord's Tower.
Say it.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, sorry.
You're whispering, we know.
I'm sorry.
We should have rebuilt the tower.
Like,
As he says this, I'm like drinking some of my tea, and I kind of just giggle, and you know how you like giggle, like, but not like a lot, but just a little bit.
Yeah.
Back in my cup.
I wanna turn back to the what's the husband's name again?
Hellion.
Hellion. Wife's name?
Is Shay.
Shay. Child's name?
Lucar.
Lucar, and the last one?
The daughter is Gweth.
Gotcha. I want to look at the parents and I want to say, there's a lot of blood all over you guys when you came back. Were you slaughtering a cow or cutting up some meat?
We found more of the remains.
What do the remains look like?
Can you, as you say that, it's like the mother looks at Hellion and just like, come children, let's prepare for our guests, and like goes to take them away, right? Like out of the room. You can see that they go like outside. And Hellion starts to describe the creature that they found. It was once one of their cattles, but it looked described as if everything on the inside had been like gutted and removed out. Again, if something had been eaten, and yet the actual, like, he describes it like most beasts would like eat it and like they'd leave the carcass there, but the carcass itself had then been like arranged in a way that was disturbing. Body pieces moved apart in some sort of like strange symbol or some strange sort of like display, as if the he describes it like, you know how like it's almost like it had been stretched out, like exposed.
Yeah, I know. I have.
And every time they found it, everything seems to point to the east. It's like it's almost like it's been like stretched out.
Did you guys move the remains at all?
Yes, we buried it. We figured there was there is some thought behind this, and whatever it is, it seems dark and ill purpose in nature. It did not seem wise to leave it.
Does this happen at night or during the day, or you don't know?
This happened at night.
How often does it happen?
At first, it was... Well, the first time it happened, the next event didn't happen until a month later, but now it's been slowly increasing, as if something is causing this to happen.
When's the most recent attack?
Last night. Seems like everything has been coinciding with... He like looks down. The festival. It seems bizarre, coincidental or not, but the closer we've gotten to the festival, the more frequent it has happened. With the festival starting tomorrow or today, right? Because you guys slept there. We are afraid that, well, we don't know what to expect. This is excellent timing. You all are true heroes.
Well,
Except for this guy.
seems like you're overdue, and we showed up at the nick of time.
What's
Do
the
you
festival
have?
for again?
Is that a general question, or this is a question?
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
group?
No.
Is that's in character, right?
Yeah, I'll do it in character.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. He looks. The festival is.
It's the festival of Radon. Elden Ring.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know this one. He tells you the festival is twofold. It commemorates a great battle from long ago, where the first inhabitants of Bree fought against the kind of wild orc tribes of the area. But through that, it's turned into like a festival of like a harvest festival, right? Even though they coincide, right? That was part of the origination of it was the fight, but then now it's turned into a big, a week-long celebration of like the upcoming harvest.
Do you have any orcs in this area still?
No. There's been no orcs here for quite some time.
Are you sure? No one ever speculates of any sightings? Sees things in the distance, can't really get a good photo of it. It's always kind of blurry.
Mid-walk. No, of course. Unless, do you think that's what this is? Orcs? But why? In your experience, is this what you've run into before?
Oh, I'm a mere hobbit. I have never seen a orc, but I'm just weighing.
I'm just gonna scratch my head when he's saying that. Do you have any weapons?
I mean, no. We have. I guess we could make. We could find something. We have. A pitchfork. Yes.
Got any axes?
An axe. Yes.
Cool. Man, we're on the same page. You got a gun? No.
Tell me more about this goon.
Something I just don't like shouting out. I don't even know what it means.
I mean, Saruman does introduce like gunpowder, right?
Yeah.
With the bombs, so.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It is interesting. I feel like they would have integrated that a lot more. Okay, yeah, just show me what pitchforks and the axes are. I think from what you're telling me, we should wait till the evening and maybe head a little east. And we'll just see. Or stake out pointing east.
Okay. So then to confirm, yeah, he gathers some tools, right? So there's like a wood chopping axe and a pitchfork. It's pretty much it. Yeah. So the plan is you just want to wait till the evening?
Well, if it happens at night, I don't think we're gonna get much of the day. Engelbert, if we want to rest or just kind of game plan.
I think we should definitely bunker somewhere and hide. We should maybe make like a little,
A duck blind.
Yes. Outside to overwatch the cattle and the east.
You think we should split up?
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
Sure.
We can all hang out in there and take turns.
Yeah, go ahead.
Helene does kind of point towards Brendel, who's been quiet this entire time. Is he a mute? Does he not talk?
He just doesn't want to talk for some reason now. I don't know. He's here to do a 9-to-5 job.
He's here to learn.
Or he's here to do an 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. job.
He puts his hand down because that's totally what he was going to call out.
He's here to do an 8 to 3. Hellion, is there a spot, maybe like the vantage point of like the direction or area where the cattle is getting slaughtered and dismantled and ill-figured?
So you notice that like they definitely, what he says is what they do is they bring the cattle in, right, to the pen here at night. This is where they stay, so they all kind of chill in here. With that said, it's the thing that he says is bizarre is there's nothing that seems to break through the fence, and only one animal is taken at a time, right? So even though there's a bunch of things in here, they just kind of disappear. So for like a vantage point, I don't. So if this was towards, of course, this is actually kind of flipped. It's like, I guess you could hide behind the wall, because I guess this. Sorry, I'm looking at it. This is the west. So that's the, yeah. So they come from like kind of up, down in this direction. So you just hide behind the wall, but it's pretty flat around here, right? You do see a cart. Maybe you could hide in the cart, but yeah, there's not a lot in regards to cover.
Gotcha.
You go back to the map again.
Yeah.
So, where the pen is that like that little brown thing? A little bit down. Is that a door?
This?
Yeah. Or is that just like a?
I think it's just hay for now. Just treat it as hay.
Okay. So me being
or a trough. That's probably like for water.
Oh, okay. Me being small and a hobbit, would I be able to hide in the hay right there?
Yeah. You mean you got to roll for yourself, but yeah.
Radol.
Yeah.
Hear me out. I could hide in the hay.
Smart.
And then you guys could hide somewhere else. I know I said not split up, so I don't know. But then I don't really know if that'll benefit us.
We'll all be in the same vicinity, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
but if I hide in the hay, I don't know what benefit that has. I can't see him coming.
I can always make a noise like caw, caw, caw.
Birdie.
I guess maybe I could hide in the hay and get a good look at it, and then guys could
hear me out. If it's not leaving the pen, do you possibly think something's coming from the sky, and grabbing it and dropping it on the ground?
Like an alien?
What's an alien?
Just came to me.
Oh, okay. Because then, I mean, theoretically speaking, you could just sit there in the hay with hay on top of your head, and you just blend in. And you could just be sitting down, just looking straight.
That was my thought.
And I can lay on my back, look at the stars, and see if anything comes down from the sky. Yeah, it's Brendel.
He like motions as if like he's asking for permission to speak, right?
Dude, just speak. Whatever is gone, it's lifted. Just talk.
Okay, great. I have a lot of thoughts here. So what exactly are we expecting to be doing, in particular me? And are we really trying to stop something from coming and just magically taking all of these animals away? I'm confused on what the plan is here and what exactly I'm doing.
I'm gonna look at the pitchfork and I'm gonna toss him the pitchfork. This is what you're gonna be doing with us.
Poking things. So bad.
Stop saying stuff.
He just grabs it, he catches it, goes back to being quiet. You can just tell that he's like super frustrated, like just like that.
All right, Brendel, long story short, we're hired for a job. We probably got to kill something, and I'm just trying to ease the situation. obviously it's a lot more ominous and mysterious and devious because I thought we were just here to kill like an orc or a wolf, but apparently something's dismembering things and putting them in a nautical direction. Like I don't even know. This is just nuts to me at this point. So there's that version.
Have you already been paid for this?
I don't even know what payment is until a job's done. Remember, 8 to 3. 8 to 3. 8 to 3.
I'm just saying, I'm not in the monster hunting business, and I feel like at this point, my skills are not quite up to par with what you're doing. So I wish you all luck, but I'd like to say,
Brendel, we weren't in the recovering of our equipment and silver business either. So here we are.
and yet you got all your silver back plus some. So you're really better equipped for that than me. So just saying, good luck.
So
Have
now you get to
fun.
do us a favor.
However, I'm still missing a dagger, which is more valuable than any gold and silver. The sentimental portions of it are just astronomical to me. So, if we're all just speaking out loud, just take a seat.
Just like slumps against the wall, like with a harumph.
Oh, the sentimental.
So the plan is what exactly?
So I'm gonna hide in the hay.
Mhm.
You guys, and there's no like bushes or anything around the
Uh,
farm area.
I'd say there is some like, yeah. I mean,
I don't know. Do you want to try to make like a duck blind?
I'd say there's probably like a tree. There's trees around it. So
how about let's empty the cart. Let's wheel the cart over, blocking one of the entrances. Let's take some of the laundry that's drying and just put it over the cart, and we'll have Brendel hiding in that cart for a surprise.
Or sacrifice?
Shh. And then I can hide on the other side of the house or lay on the other side of the rock wall, and because Brendel will have a line side view into the pin, you're gonna be in the pin, and I can toggle back and forth over the wall and looking above in the sky.
I like it.
All right. With that, everyone kind of, all those things you said happen, right? You move the cart, put laundry over it. Engelbert hides in the hay. You sit behind the wall as night approaches and a darkness settles upon the farmstead as you wait for whatever has been taking these creatures to hopefully come again. And with that, we'll end today.
Definitely feels more. This feels a lot different than the zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really does. It's I'm very curious.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know what the fuck are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, I'm very, 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 very interested. Very interested. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh man. So what's on the agenda today? What's for lunch? Cannot have an episode and not talk about food.
I need to go get some dog food. I know. I'm gonna go get some dog food, and then on the way back, I might do. I might cave and get some fast food.
Nice.
But the only thing, the things that are next to me are Jack in the Box and Popeyes. So I don't really want either of those. So that's my thing where I'm like, I don't know what to get because nothing else is like on the route.
Well, how about this? Go ahead, Dalton. Sorry.
Real quick, I like the fajita pita and the egg rolls at Jack in the Box.
Dude, Jack in the Box
I was
makes
not prepared
everything.
for that.
You know what's funny? The other night at work, we ate early, so we were hungry. So we ordered Jack in the Box and ordered a fajita pita. I don't know if they were out of the pita bread, but they gave like the chicken, the sauce, and like tomato lettuce, and they just put it on like a burger, like a bread.
Ah! Doesn't
I'm
that
like,
defeat what you?
I guess.
But was it good?
It was actually really good. Kind of want to ask him for it again.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I was gonna say Jack in the Box is the only fast food place that like makes like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
dude,
I
they
think
have a ton
can't
of
you get like a teriyaki bowl from there?
Yeah,
You know, but I think they make a little bit of everything, so there's nothing that's just better than everything. I think
they have this new like mega munchie box, and it's like a ton of tacos, fries, so a couple other things.
you know when you get those munchie boxes, it's funny because the fries portion is just thrown in there.
Mm.
Like I feel like they don't care. Like, oh, here's some curly, here's some like you're high as fuck anyway. This is cheap. Here you go. But those commercials were genius.
Yeah.
Dude,
When they
right,
first
yeah.
came out with those, it was pure genius.
I was so upset because they only served them during a time like late
But
at night.
9 o'clock, after
Yeah.
9 o'clock.
Yeah. Which I'm never
Stoner
going out
movie.
to Jack in Box at that time, though, right?
No. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna get. I got a baseball game in Sonoma.
Nice.
And then drive back. Here's a question. My
Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Oreo cookie milkshake from Carl's Jr. does.
Ooh.
Have you been to Sonic yet, right?
They don't
You know,
exist.
like
They're
I
not
had that ordered fiasco.
real. Oh yeah.
It was like, dude, like here's the thing. I think their conies or their footlongs are decent, but the fucking teenager, whoever made it, put like so much relish on it. It was just overwhelming relish. And I was like, dude, I like relish, but like, I'm gonna say the cliche thing. Can I get a hot dog with my relish? Like it was like that. But I want to try it again. I just don't want to weather the storm, dude.
I know you had a question, but I want to just briefly talk about how ridiculous fast food places are getting. So we had went to Sonic a little while ago, and all we ordered was shakes. And I had ordered 2 specific of these shakes and one other one. We get to the window, and they only gave us one of one. And so I said to the lady, I was like, hey, and she even repeated it at the thing too. So anyways, I get to the window. I tell the lady, oh, we're supposed to have 2 of this drink. And she goes, oh, okay. And then charges it and then gives me the card. And she goes, by the way, we're not supposed to do 2 orders at the window. So next time you'll have to drive around. And I just stared at her. I'm like,
how young was this individual?
I don't know, probably 18, maybe 16.
Yeah.
I don't think it was 16, a little older.
Yeah.
But
I just want to lose your job.
and then follow up, I go to when I went to Jack in Box the other night to get food on my break. I asked for a cup holder. After I got everything, you know, I was like, I'll put it in myself. I asked for a cup holder, and the guy just like heavily sighs, gives me this look, and like reluctantly gives me the cup holder. I'm like, I just asked for a cardboard, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I asked for your firstborn child.
Yeah.
And some
You
people
don't
just-
own the Jack in the Box, so it's okay.
like that was of all the jobs, like 85% of the jobs I've ever had have all been commissioned. Like so the few jobs that I've had where I just work for an hourly rate, dude, that's your job. Just do it. Like,
That's the thing. I'm not
Like,
asking
I'm
you to
like-
be there.
I-
You're the one that's there working.
Like I know I'm like a fucking broken record. I know I am, but I was extremely humbled when I worked at Lowe's, going from manager to working at Lowe's, being like a whatever. But now if I was to get a job at like Target or Safeway, it's just like I'm doing the job. I'm not above the job, so I'm just going to do the job. It might be boring, but personally, I think my interactions with customers would help my day go by a lot better. Like I never had a bad customer in and out drive through.
Make it fun, like, dude. Just, like,
But then again, not all places are in and out.
Yeah.
Or Chick-fil-A. And I've never even been to Chick-fil-A yet. I've had it. I've just never been.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I've had Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, sit on that one, Dalton.
But speaking of drink couriers, In-N-Out does have the best one.
They really do.
Yeah.
Did you have a question?
Yeah, this whole thing interrupted Randy when he was about to say my, and then I made a milkshake reference. So
Yeah,
what was
I
your
forgot.
original point? Yeah,
I don't
sorry.
even remember anymore. Oh, but I mean, fast food is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Not only the price is ridiculous, but it's like just the
I think
services.
like so I'm at the point where I'm not about like the value meal anymore. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like I'm
There's no
more
value.
about because there's been so many times like in the past like 5 years I'll go to Burger King, get like the 6 burgers, eat it, post it. But I think it's just it's not as feeling because I'm eating so much fucking bread now.
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I actually want a bigger, thicker burger that has more flavor to it that'll probably fill me up more. So, but Carl's Jr. does have that 2 for $7 deal. 2 for $7 famous
Or
star.
I'll just stick to getting Chinese food all the time.
Dude, I
Just eat
would. I
Chinese
just can't afford that shit. It's expensive.
It's no more expensive than Carl's Jr.
Dude, I
It's
got
like
it.
$11 for a meal.
Dude, Carl's Jr. Dude, the average price that me and the lady go to Carl's Jr. is like $40.
What?
And I'm not. I all I get is like 2 burgers, a fries, and a drink.
Yeah.
Chinese food would be like $80.
What?
Yeah, dude. Average dish for Chinese food is like $12, maybe 10.
Nah.
I don't think you're ordering the right
Oh yeah,
things.
10. I
Like
think 10
like fried rice, chow fun. That's like $25 right there.
Oh, we're talking about for dinner though.
Or we. We just like waiting. All right.
No, like because Chinese lunch is like
But Chinese lunch is like $15.
Yeah, that's still somewhat cheaper than if I went to like McDonald's or whatever.
But it's never as
McDonald's. You
filling.
pay like $12 for a meal and you get a burger and a fry and drink.
I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to Chinese lunches. I'm really not. I've just never been really filled up by them.
I think that's Chinese in general, dude. I can put down a bunch of Chinese and then like an hour later, I'm like, I'm hungry still.
You want to know why? They're sprinkling that MSG all over everything. Making
so good.
So good. The lady fucking asked us, "Do you think they sell MSG at the Chinese market?" I'm like, I don't know.
100%.
The fuck. Oh, Chinese food does sound good.
Does sound really good.
But like, I was just so let down. Like, look, I'm not gonna defend Mrs. Burge anymore. I know what it is. It is what it is. It's okay, Chinese food. But the fact that the lady wanted something and I wanted something completely different than what I normally order, and she's like, I'll take this. I was like, dude, you're making it hard for me to support you right now.
Right. I want what I want.
I know we discussed this a while ago, very, very early when we started recording, but there was a topic that came up, or you guys were saying, what I wanted to stream, and there was the discussion, like, why don't you stream on Twitch? I'm like, and there was that, and I finally said, like, I don't know how to describe that. I just like YouTube more. Like, it's interesting, but it's just like, I don't know how to describe that, or how would you guys, I like this specific thing, or like this restaurant.
Yeah.
Even though it's gonna have bad ratings or have the greatest ratings, but I can't explain to you
if you like
why I like it, or how to make it make sense to you why I like it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, there's just things that you just can't explain, but do you guys have anything like that?
Actually recently, yeah, I've been trying to, I haven't been really trying, I've done it once, and I've been wanting to do like retro point and click game, like streaming them. I just saved a bunch on my stream or like Steam. But anyways, I tried to record something on Twitch. I recorded for like 2 hours and it didn't even save. And I had to go into the settings and make sure it saves or whatever. And I'm like, fucking hell. So then I recorded something else another day, and apparently it's expiring. The video expires. And I'm like, why? How the fuck do people manage this? And it's really just annoying, and so many needless buttons and stuff. And
yeah,
so
Twitch is more for like
YouTube.
the long or the live performance, and YouTube is like if you want to save your performance.
Got it.
This is my
what's
broad
wild
assessment
is
of it.
That's what it makes.
What I use to stream, and I haven't streamed like a week or two just because I'm playing so much PUBG. If you ever want to just learn how to use OBS Studio, I can show you. That's
Oh
what.
no, I know how to use it.
Yeah, that's like what 90% of the streamers use is OBS. And it's funny how like this one person could have like 10 million subscribers, and then in their videos they can just click off. You can see the OBS really quick. They'll click something else. It's just like he's using it, they use it, she uses it, I use it. Like,
Yeah.
it's just crazy.
I'm pretty sure that's might not be the only thing, but pretty sure that's the only thing you can use to stream on Twitch. I'm sure there's maybe other programs. I don't know.
Oh, does Twitch have to use OBS?
Twitch, yeah. You can't stream directly from Twitch.
Oh, I thought Twitch could stream by itself.
I don't think so. Bert, maybe you know otherwise, but
I don't think so. Or maybe. I'm not sure. To be honest, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you have to
recorded
go
on Twitch forever though, Bert.
Yeah, but I didn't actually do the recording. I was
the talent.
because
Fuck off.
with OBS you add all those overlays and all that shit.
Streamlabs.
Yeah, it's fun though. I mean, it's cool. It's just I know we're running. I gotta eat some food before I take off.
Yeah, me too. Gents, always a pleasure. Looking forward to you fighting this thing next time.
Bert, I have a question before you head off.
Mm-hmm.
After we sign off.
Well, until next time, everybody.
Offline.
JARdon the mess.
JARdon the mess.
JARdon.
Ha
No, just super quick question about the point stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I do like perception or something,
mm-hmm.
how do you know which moderate, like how you add on 2 or 5 or whatever, like how do you know where to get those numbers?
Let me show you.
I just have a general idea.